Hey guys, in this video I'll be sharing how to fix a blender that is losing power, and I'll also be sharing my thought process along the way. So in my case, I have a Philips blender that works from time to time but would completely lose power, and we have a model that has a switch sensor on top, and the exact model number can be found on the bottom. So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to like and subscribe, which would really help me out. We are going to start by inspecting the device and see if we can understand what the problem is. And what this test is telling me here is that the blender is losing power whenever there's a movement or vibration. So far, I suspect here that the power sensor is the problem, so I will remove the top part of the device to inspect it more closely. The switch seems to be working, but I noticed that there is a lot of spillover, and it's a greasy liquid of some sort, which goes directly inside the switch and may be causing the problem. I will have to clean the area and see if this takes care of the problem. For this purpose, I'll be using a brake cleaner, which is acetone based and can remove oil and grease pretty nicely. After that, I'll be using a contact spray, which will help with better connection. The brake cleaner can be sprayed right on top of it. Since it's acetone based, it will basically evaporate pretty quickly. And here I'll repeat the same procedure with the contact spray as well. I'm paying more attention on the switch this time, because the spray main focus is for better connections on electrical components. After testing it again, turns out that the problem still persists. So I'm going to focus on the other part of the device and inspect it more closely. What we need to focus on is this small plastic part, which is responsible for pushing the switch. Now this little plastic leg seems to be the problem. What happened is that the bump which is responsible for pushing the switch is wearing off to the point that it doesn't have the necessary pressure. So I will have to figure out a way to extend the bump. For this purpose, I'll be using this metal part, which is a connector bridge from an oven, and I'm going to shape it into place and cut it. Here I'm gonna have to trim it a little bit, make sure it's thinner and it fits in the hole. And here I find out that maybe gluing it first is not such a great idea. Now that the glue have dried, I have removed the little side part on it, the metal part, and I'll continue sanding it for that finished look. So what I've done here is to extend the bump of the leg by putting the metal under it. Almost forgot the spring that should go inside here. I have to be careful here since the plastic can break easily if I make it too tight. Alright, let's see if it's going to work this time.